So we are now in Croatia, Split, Croatia. So we've just landed. Well, we didn't just land actually, we just managed to put our bags in the hotel. So now we're feeling a bit more free and energized as well because we had something to eat. So we've got a tour booked, haven't we? What's the tour? Like a walk, like some kind of walk-in tour, I think, to show us around the old town.
Can't pronounce it.
Diocletian Palace and Old Town guided tour. So we're gonna have a look.
Yeah, it's a walk-in tour.
Gonna have a look around the old town, which is where we're staying, and look around the palace as well. But that's in about an hour's time, isn't it?
It is.
So I think because we're so central in the old town, we're gonna just have a walk through, see how it looks, and then make our way slowly over to the meeting point for the walk-in tour. So yeah, where we're staying actually is kind of like in this little courtyard area. But as you...
Perfect, because it's tucked away.
It is.
So you come out of here, and like you said, it's just central.
Then you're in the middle of the old town. So this is what I was saying, like, or what you were saying, sorry, it's tucked away. But then obviously within like 10 or 15 seconds, you're in, and it is quite bright actually. I should have bought some glasses, but it's good for the video, so I'm not gonna complain too much. And that's the problem, because the weather was so up and down, I thought, I'm not gonna bring sunglasses, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be all right, but might have to go to one of the markets and buy a cheap pair.
There's plenty that we can get sunglasses from, so.
There is indeed. But yeah, as you can see, just around here, I'll just show you quickly the square. So this is literally on our doorstep for the next few days. And it looks like there's quite a lot of tourists here, so it's probably a tourist trap area, but it is quite nice if you want to come out here for dinner in the evening or even for some lunch in the day as well. And as you can see, there's a lot of people taking pictures. There's actually a tour here as well, so in front of us. So I don't know if this is probably one of the areas we might come to potentially.
Yeah, I think it is. So we're doing the palace and then the old town. So
yeah,
we'll probably, it's a walking tour as well that we're doing. So yeah, we will be coming.
So we might even be that guy. But
look how nice the buildings are.
Yeah, so that, because obviously we've been to a few old towns in other places, haven't we? Like in Greece, Rhodes, and where else? Rome as well. This one seems quite big, like quite a lot bigger.
Yes.
So obviously it's only first impressions, so it might be a bigger, might be smaller than I think, but we're gonna find out as we walk through. It does kind of, when we first came actually, I did say that like it feels like we've kind of stepped back in the past, because you've got kind of like an entrance, like a big archway as an entrance, and then boom, you're in it, because you'll see in a minute, but outside of the old town it's just normal roads as you would expect. But obviously where we are now, you can even see the floor, like they're bigger bricks. I don't even know what to call them. You're more
no, I think you're right.
Yeah,
like,
but what kind of material is this?
They're stone, but they basically, because everyone's walked on them so many times, they're like buffed.
They've shined. Yeah. So yeah, that's so even
they're slippy, aren't they?
Yeah. This is a nice bar actually that we passed earlier that we might have to come in later on.
What's it called?
I don't know how to say that. Picasso actually. Picasso. That was an easy one.
Marinara. They do pizzas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a bite to eat, maybe a little drink as well.
Oh,
why not?
That's a sweet shop in there.
And this is the thing, like, obviously because we haven't been here long, we're just trying to like find our feet and see little places that we might go to in our trip. This is usually, for me, I don't know for you, but for me it's like one of the most exciting days, the first day, because everything's new.
Yes.
So you're seeing everything for the first time and you get excited, and you can't do it all at the same time as well, so you kind of just say, okay, cool, find your bearings and think about where you're going to go in different stages of the trip. So as we come through here now, this is another opening, and I'm not sure what this place is called, but you said it was a famous place.
I think that's the palace.
Oh, okay, so
which we're actually going to, but we're going to meet by the harbour, right by the split sign is where the Get Your Guide actually takes you first, and then they bring you here. I don't actually know if you go in also, but this is the first point at which we go from the meeting point. Yeah. Then eventually do a walk around the sort of old town.
And look, there's a woman there actually, ironically, holding a walking tour sign. But it's unfortunate, because we're not taking the tour from this meeting point, we have to go, it's not far, but I'm just going to say all the way to the other side of the old town, and then we're probably going to come back. But it might work out well because we'll be able to walk through the old town now during this video, and then on the way back we'll probably end up back at the hotel. So if we wanted to freshen up or whatever, it's a good place to end. But yeah, a lot of these places we might get a bit more information on, so might update you afterwards once we've done the tour, depending on what they tell us, because as I said before, this is all new to us, so we're just kind of saying what we see.
Yeah, and we're not Game of Thrones fans.
No.
But if you are,
this is the place to come. Or Dubrovnik, because that's another city in Croatia, if you didn't know, but they filmed some of Game of Thrones in Dubrovnik. But I think Croatia have just taken Game of Thrones and said it's theirs, like the whole country. So there's a few Game of Thrones museums. There's one next where we're staying, isn't there?
There is.
And you can kind of, I've never watched it, but I know the theme and what it's about. And you can kind of see why this is the kind of place they would film it.
Very medieval, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And this is the archway that I was saying, so like talking about just now, sorry. So just behind it is just a normal road where you just be walking, and that's kind of where we walked in actually, not knowing what the old town looked like. And then you're struck with this, I don't really know what the structure is called with the arches. I remember watching a documentary one time and it explained what it was, but I can't remember what they called it. But I think back in the day, they used to run water on the top of the arches, and that used to be their water system.
Oh wow.
But anyway, that's a bit of history for you guys. But yeah, so this is the archway, and then as you go through, you kind of just come out onto a normal road, and you'll see that in a second. There's obviously your normal market stalls, and so we're going to go right now with your market stalls and all of that kind of stuff. But as you can see now, we're out of the old town, so it is quite different. And this is just a shot of what it looks like. It's quite amazing how they've managed to preserve all of this as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it looks like they're still restoring it. Because that's something we didn't see in the other old towns we went to. They kind of just looked like they left them. Oh look, that guy over there's actually putting some cement between the bricks, or grouting I should say. But you don't normally see that. You normally just see them leave it, and it just kind of crumbles away on its own. But this is obviously a big thing for them here, and that's another thing actually. It's really clean. I don't know if like it's just where we've been so far, because as I keep saying, we've not been here for very long, but it just seems really clean. Like even from the airport, which was about half an hour's drive to here, the roads and the shops, even the toilets, which sounds crazy, but you'd be surprised certain places you go, the toilets are disgusting, but here it's all really clean. So I'm hoping that continues on for the stay. I don't know if it will as we go to different places. Oh yeah, that smells nice actually. You guys can't smell that, but
that smells good, you know.
Yeah, we're smelling some kind of barbecue, which we've just eaten, but we might have to get something else, because yeah, when we're on holiday, that's definitely something we like to do, is eat, isn't it? So actually holds her belly. So yeah, this is like the end of that road that we was just on, and as Shauna was saying, there's like a harbour over there in the distance, which is where, it's not really the distance, it's like literally like a 2-minute walk away, but that's where we need to go and meet the guide people. But we don't need to go for another 45 minutes.
No.
So I think
take a wander down here?
Yeah, let's walk this way, and then this is like, this is technically not the old town, because this is probably like the barrier of it. These walls here, oh yeah, here as you can see, this is like the outside of the old town.
Yes, yeah.
But this area, this main strip, and to be fair, if you Google Split, you'll probably see... This
is what you see straight away.
Exactly. So between the harbour, which is on the left, and then the old town, which is on the right, you got this massive road, almost like Hollywood Boulevard. All the palm trees, you know what I mean?
It's beautiful.
So yeah, there's like restaurants, and
I can't wait to see it at night though, like lit up with all the boats by the water.
Yeah,
I think it'll be pretty.
Yeah, I agree. It should be nice. Yeah, because where we was just sitting, actually, there's like quite a lot of ferries pulling in. So it seems like, again, it's like a place where a lot of people come for a lot of day trips, maybe from neighboring islands or cities in Croatia, and then spend their days here or day here and then go on.
Yeah.
It's easy to do that because I don't know if it's an island. Is it classed as an island? We'll have to check that later to see if it's surrounded by water. But it's easy to do that, it looks like, so far, especially by the old town, which is where we are. And then people probably go to other places. I think we might even potentially, depending on the weather, we might go to another island because it's accessible.
Yeah.
And then see what that's like in comparison. But yeah, for now.
Oh, this is the gelato. Do you remember I said in Italy, if they're underneath in the cans, they've like seen as better or more flavorful.
Wanna have a look?
You can't see.
No, but just like the tins. But it's got the flavors on the actual screen, but you can't, as you say, see underneath the tins.
But that's when you know, apparently, they taste a lot better.
And legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they're like really colourful ones, so.
Yeah. We'll have to get one of those later, maybe.
It's so warm.
It is.
I did not expect it to be this warm. We packed, we really didn't know what to pack, did we?
No, we didn't.
And it feels like 25 degrees. It's hot when the sun is on you.
And we're like technically in autumn now as well.
Yeah.
It's like October time, so.
Pushing end of October,
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So it's nice to
Can't complain.
be in a bit of warmth, because where we live, at this time of the year, no, it's not very nice at all. So this is the boulevard. I don't know, it doesn't look like cars should drive down here because everyone's walking. There's cars lined up over here though, but maybe they can drive down at night, or maybe it's like accessible for like authorities, ambulances, that kind of thing. I don't know. But this is quite a nice
Look at all the
little
buildings though.
Oh yeah, because that's still the old town, isn't it? So like they've kept their old structure.
Yeah.
We should have bought our skates. Skating down here would have been cool, innit?
Yeah.
But for now, we're just gonna have a walk down here, have a look at some of the shops probably, maybe get a drink and maybe an ice cream.
Yep.
And then once we've finished that and it gets closer to 2 o'clock, which is when the tour is, we'll go and head over to our tour. And as I said, we might film some of the tour, we might not, depending on what kind of tour it is, and potentially update you on some of the facts that we get from the tour. So we've just finished the walking tour. I didn't actually film any footage because it was kind of rude that I couldn't record her while she was talking, but she was really good, really informative. So,
and it was so busy.
Yeah.
Like, there's no chance that you would be able to record anyway.
So really recommend doing that if you not even just here in Split, but just anywhere you go. If you can have some kind of a tour, do it, because you learn so much. And that's why I'm not gonna give any bits of knowledge and information that she mentioned on the tour. But it was insightful because it's an old town as well, as in like it's called the old town. A lot of the structures and buildings you're seeing just look like broken bits of building or really old buildings, so you don't necessarily understand the history behind it unless somebody tells you. You can kind of guess, I guess, if you want to, but it's better for somebody that knows what they're talking about to tell you.
Give you the actual fact.
Yeah, so that's why it was really good. And we're staying in the old town as well, as I keep saying, so it kind of gives us a better feeling for the surroundings that we're going to probably see every day for the next few days. And also, one thing I will say that she told us that I didn't know was that it used to be a palace. So like around the outside, you can kind of see the structures of the old palace. So that was interesting because I thought it was like just a city, like hence the name, the old town. But it's actually part of it was a palace, and then the rest, well, I think all of it was a palace, and then where it stops is technically still classed as the old town, but it's not a palace, not part of the palace, and a lot of the other buildings are newer. So that was an interesting point that I didn't expect to learn. But apart from that, you're gonna have to go on the tour yourselves to see it and to learn it. So yeah, that's it for this video. I don't think we're going to do any more tours whilst we're here. We might do actually, but that's probably the main tour we'll do because the old town is like...
Yeah, because that pretty much was Diocletian's palace, the old town, and that just wrapped everything up in one.
Yeah.
So now when we walk in, we know exactly what everything is, why it's there, etc. So Other than the museum, potentially.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I think that's
probably
good.
Yeah. We've got a bit of knowledge on Split now. Unless I guess we go to another island nearby, then we might. But we're just having a walk now. I think we'll go into a new location called Marge's Hill.
Yes.
But we'll save that for another video. So that's it for now.